Okay, so today we're going to talk about my hug watching, which is what I call comfort watching that is like small and digestible, right? It's the kind of stuff that you can watch that just makes you feel good. You know, I want to loosen it up, but not too much. Like I want to keep it classy, right? Because, you know, anyone that knows me knows I'm a classy bloke. And what better way is there to like, you know, loosen up, but also keep it classy than a huge glass of wine. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a huge glass of wine and talk about my comfort watching. Yeah, it's red. I wasn't joking about being classy. I was lying though. Okay, so. It's been a really long time since I had some wine. If not now, then when, right? My first big comfort watching thing is the YouTube channel Bon Appetit. Rather than the videos being isolated recipes, they're actually all like, they're more focused on the personality, right? Like you watch it because you like the people. Like you watch it because you would watch these chefs make a toastie. You'd watch them make baked beans if they posted that video because they're just so much fun to watch. And the genius thing is that like because they're all in the same workplace, you can sort of see them in each other's videos and they make little cameos and stuff like that. Like it's really good. And because they all seem to really like each other and be having fun with their jobs, and that makes it nice to watch because it's like you're part of the gang, right? Like you're getting to enjoy their friendship. I don't know, that sounds freaky, but you know, I feel like maybe vicarious friendship's the kind of thing we need right now while we're all trapped indoors. And also, the channel's got sex appeal, right? That Brad Leone, he's like 6 foot, ridiculous. He's really outdoorsy. He's got big hands. You know, if you were stranded on a desert island, you'd want him there, like cutting down the trees and making the shelter. And he's also really funny and always really like just bouncy and joyful and stuff. And like, I want to marry him. There's Andy Baragani, who is like the resident muscle queen. And, you know, he'd show you all the nice places to be gay around New York, you know, like all the party spots. And then there's Alex Delaney, who is just really good looking and in like a really decent kind of way. Like I feel like he's that skate kid that's gonna try really hard to impress your parents when they can also make a solid cocktail as well. It's just a home run, isn't it? Like, so that's about it for Bon Appetit. Like big reasons to watch, you know, the sexy lad, the calendar lads of Bon Appetit. They should make a calendar. You'd make a mint out of that. You can have that idea. Food's really great to watch anyway, very satisfying. It's very satisfying to watch experts be great at what they do, and they're great at doing it with personality. And the sex appeal. You know, why watch anything? Okay, and next up, Jenna Marbles, right? And if you don't know who that is, you might recognise her from that. Oh, they were called things like How to Trick People into Thinking You're Ridiculously Good Looking. They were good at the time, don't get me wrong, but like they maybe haven't aged to be as funny, but I remember them fondly. And now her YouTube channel is so different. She's not doing those like skits anymore. It's mostly just about her being at home with her dogs and her boyfriend. And while that sounds really boring, like Jenna Marbles is peak weird kid, right? Like she's peak weird kid. And I just love watching her channel because like not only is it super cozy because you're just watching her enjoying her life as a rich weird person with her dogs and her boyfriend, who is also really cute by the way, but her videos are stuff like camouflaging myself as my chair and, you know, I want to be a toothbrush for Halloween, and it's so stupid and so weird and I love it. Like she's out here dressing up as a toothbrush so that I don't have to, okay? Because I would want to dress as a toothbrush. If I had Jenna Marbles' money, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be getting drunk in my house with my boyfriend and having 4 dogs and dressing up as a toothbrush and spending money on like, I don't know, just dumb stuff, right? And the fact that she's got like so many years of stuff to watch is just, there's so much. You can just, sometimes we'll just put like her channel on for the evening and just let it autoplay stuff from her channel because it's like, you know, it is like having a friend in the room. Do you know what I mean? And in case you need to Google it, her boyfriend's name is Julian Solomita. He's very good looking. Very good looking. Oh, it's good wine. Okay, so this one's like more of a YouTube show, right? But I love watching that Vogue thing, 73 Questions. It's the best. It's the best. It's like so transparently rehearsed bullshit, right? Like, but I just love like watching them walk around these incredibly clean rich person spaces, right? Like I love seeing Daisy Ridley's fucking hotel room, right? And her walking around it and serving afternoon tea out on the balcony. Like it's so rehearsed and clean production wise in a way that's like kind of odd, but also like fascinating. And like some of the stuff they say sometimes is fun, right? But also there's something about it that's just like a little bit weird because it's so obviously faked. Pardon, that wasn't obviously faked. A wine burp. I told you I was classy, I told you. Like Olivia Colman's one where she's in some kind of like palace. I mean, I know it's because she's like in The Crown and it was probably all PR and whatever, but like, you don't live in that palace, Olivia. That's not your house. A lot of them do them in their house. I guess it's not a rule that it has to be in the house, but I love it. I love it. I love watching those kind of things. They're so stupid. So 3 reasons to watch it. 1, although it's called 73 Questions, they're really rapid fire. So they're not, few of them are as long as you think it's going to be. They are not a slog. And 2, it's celebrities showing a little bit of behind the scenes, right? Which is always fascinating anyway, seeing how rich people get to loll about. And 3, you know, they do some interesting stuff and they've had some big names on there, like, that are fun to watch. Like, it's, you know, I think the Anna Wintour one was quite good actually, but that one was very obviously rehearsed, but I did love it. And also I like Emma Stone's one because she actually came across really nicely, I think. But then again, it's all rehearsed and they're actresses. But it's good. 73 Questions. It's on Vogue. It's one of their shows. What's another one? I really like this channel called You Suck at Cooking. It's so good at giving you really, really easy to follow recipes in a very funny way. Like, it's all done, like, you never see the guy's face or anything, but it's just funny. And I know that's hard to describe when I'm just telling you about shit. Stuff like unblockto and the dumb words that he has for stuff in his kitchen, like calling the oven the onion. Like, it's it's the kind of stuff that isn't going to sound convincingly funny when I say it, because that's not how comedy works. But 3 reasons to watch: easy recipes, very funny, and you know, there's loads of it, so you can watch plenty of them. And it's about, like, unpretentious food as well. Yeah, the third one is it's about unpretentious food. So that's what makes it even easier to watch, right? Because you're going to have these stuff in the kitchen. Like, Bon Appetit, I spend a lot of my time watching that knowing I'm never going to make that food ever in my life because it's just too upmarket. It's not going to happen. But You Suck at Cooking is like Sammy's and stuff, you know, a couple of sandwiches. Good channel. Oh my god, I'm realising that so many of these are about food, but Mung Chi, her YouTube channel is an absolute dream. Like, you know what you're in for when she crosses those fish at the beginning. Like, I remember the first time I watched one of her videos was for a recipe I actually wanted. I think maybe it was like kimchi or something. And then when she crossed those fish over, I was like, wait, no, go back. What was that? Like, what was that? And she's, you know, always wearing like a fascinator or something. She's just this like really bright personality, and it is a dream to watch her cook, honestly. And her channel as well is just like very laid back, very easygoing, but she's clearly an expert, even if she's a little bit eccentric. And that's just so fun to watch, right? Like, I really, really like her channel. But again, like, a lot of the stuff that she's cooking, I'm never going to make. I'm watching it because she's there. And like, it's just, she's got one of those voices that's just like, she's nice to listen to. She's clearly enjoying what she's doing and she's an expert, right? That makes it really satisfying. So 3 reasons to watch. 1, you might never make most of the stuff, but there's some pretty great ideas in there. There's so many wine burps. 2, her. She's fantastic, such a good personality, and I think she's featured in Bon Appetit as well in some of their YouTube stuff. 3 is just the crossing over the fish at the beginning. Just the best. It's the best. I love it. Oh, I thought of one. It's uh it's on the Well Presents channel, you know, with Trixie and Katya, their web show, which is just the stupidest thing, but I'm always so excited every time an episode comes up, and it's, I think, already like super popular, right? It shouldn't come as a surprise, but there's so many episodes now. Again, you can put the playlist on and just let it roll. It's so stupid in ways that I just love, and in a lot of ways they don't even tell jokes, they're just stupid themselves, and that's exactly the kind of comedy that I love. And obviously, like, a lot of it comes out of the fact that they've got like this sick editing team that makes everything 100 times funnier. But which, you know, Trixie could probably use the help with. I mean, Trixie is funny, right? Like, a lot of the comedy comes from Trixie, but I think maybe some of it's distilled in the edit. I mean, we all remember her Snatch Game, right? And the fact that she didn't exactly kill her All-Stars season, did she? But she's incredibly talented, right? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that it wasn't a mile a minute on All Stars, was it? But she won, so like, who am I to judge? She's clearly very talented. She's making a huge name for herself. She's a massive talent. But what was the question? Yeah, it's just really fun to watch. 3 reasons to watch it. 1, Trixie. 2, Katya. Both of them, in their own ways, super funny. I would love to read a memoir by Katya and see how many of the stories she's told come up in it. Like, are they all true? Is she just brilliant at spinning a yarn? Who knows? She's a mystery woman. And 3 is like just the humour, right? Like the edit, the humour, the format, the everything. It's just great watching. Like, I feel like there's always something else to catch the next time you watch it, or like maybe you notice it the first time and you just forget it by the time you rewatch. I don't know, but yeah, that's good. And you know what? Another one actually is a little bit of a throwback. I don't know if new people are still discovering them, but Game Grumps. I really like watching Game Grumps because it's just, I've watched them for so many years now that it's, again, like having friends in the room, and which is it's what hug watching is all about, right? And you know, I kind of individually, I don't really like. I don't follow them on social media. I don't care what they're up to. Danny and Aaron, that is. But on Game Grumps, I just really like, sometimes if I'm like, I don't know, if I've got a long video to edit and I'm in like the colour stage or something, I'll stick on like a 12-hour Game Grumps compilation, and then I can just like chatter about nothing, and it's just like, it's fun to listen to, right? Like, if those two had a podcast, I'd probably listen to it, but the fact that it's over a Let's Play is like, it's still funny. I don't have to watch the game necessarily, but yeah, I love Game Grumps. I'm not all about the Power Hour. They've started recently doing this. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. Sorry. They've started recently doing this thing called Power Hour, which is like a live action comedy thing. But I kind of prefer their Let's Plays, right? Like, I'm not big into the live action stuff, and I don't find much of it particularly funny. They have this one, I forget what the name of the video even is, but they have this one series they did, which was like a Christmas puzzle game. And for me and Ben, it's a Christmas tradition. Like, when December rolls around, we start watching that Christmas video. It's it's because there are a couple of moments in it that we quote to each other and stuff. It's the best. I'll probably put on screen like what the name of the video is so I can actually remember it. But it's like a click to find puzzle game thing. It's I want to play it so much, and I know it's probably like £2 on Steam, but I just can't be bothered. That's so sad. I'm gonna need to just go and get a little bit more wine. Hang on. That's talent. Ben hates me doing that. He absolutely hates it. I don't know if he hates it or if I just, you know, if it's just because I do it every single time I get my hands on any kind of wine glass. But he must just hate me, surely. Everyone should love it, or they just hate me. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? All that was important was more wine, so I totally forgot. We'll think of something else. Oh, I've got one. It's just this YouTube channel. I think it's called Unusual Videos, which is like quite a generic name, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. It's got like over 1 million subscribers. And mostly because I really like Vine compilations and stuff like that. But ever since they got popular, it's so tough to find a good one, right? Most of them are just filled with crap. And I need to like make sure that I'm starting to add good ones to a playlist, because there are some that are just like, you know, they'll have 3 million views, but they're just full of like adverts for hoodies and stuff like that, and they're just full of crap videos as well. This is a struggle for me, as you can probably tell. I like the classic Vines, right? And then there are some TikToks that are good, most of them are terrible. Seems like maybe a lot of the compilations are just running out of, you know, videos to make compilations with to get their YouTube money, but Unusual Videos is consistently good, and it also keeps me current, because I'm, you know, on the downward slope to 30 now. I'm an old boy, and, you know, I can't keep up with these ticking talks that the kids are making. I mean, I downloaded TikTok, and it was just, everything that was in my Discover feed was awful, and I didn't know how to discover things I did like to then get it to recommend me stuff that I liked. So then I just, you know, lazy boy I am, lazy classy boy, I just went back to YouTube and started watching Vine compilations. And this channel puts out like 1 video a week or something like that, and they're just, it's always full of some gems. And they end every one of their videos with like a cute little like kind of animal message with this cute like music. That's a really good one. So if you like, you know, your short comedy videos, compilations, that's consistently good. Good channel to sign up to. So, I think of another one. Sorry, I get wine in my moustache. I love Monster Hunter on Polygon. I love it. I mean, if you aren't aware of the McElroys are 3 brothers that have a podcast, and also like they do so many other things. They've got each like 3 podcasts each. You know, at least 2 of them are very good. And they also, 2 of them do a show with Polygon called Monster Hunter, where they essentially like, can you hear that? There's some kind of motorbike outside. We're on lockdown? We're on lockdown. Get off your bike. That's not even exercise. You have no excuse. You could be going to the shops. You might have an excuse. Just don't be noisy. I'm trying to make a video. So, what was I talking about? Monster Hunter. Okay, so yeah, the McElroy brothers are like this like comedy. The 3 brothers who make comedy. Monster Hunter is a show where 2 of them, Justin and Griffin, make basically they play video games that have a character creation just so that they can make the ugliest possible, the most reprehensible character that they can, to then proceed to just be ugly with, and it's really, really funny. Again, I'm probably not making it sound as funny as it is. You really need to watch it, but the 3 reasons to watch Monster Hunter are: the brothers are incredibly funny and they have really good comedy chemistry. Like, they bounce off of each other really well. 2, they play some pretty big games as well, so it's fun to see just like disgusting things be done with them. And 3, Monster Hunter is kind of a gateway drug. Like, once you've watched some episodes of Monster Hunter, then you're like, oh, I wonder what else they're up to. And then you listen to their like My Brother and Me podcast, or to their D&D podcast, and they're all like really funny, really good. So it's a good way to maybe just dip your toe into the McElroy brothers and see if you like what you find. One of their most iconic, and I think should be the first one you start with, is their Fallout 4 episode with Final Pam. It's amazing. It's so funny. Still quote it like nearly every day with Ben. It's really, really good. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. And I think for now, that's probably enough. Not enough wine. I'll have more wine after this. But I mean, like, that's probably enough things to get a ball rolling, right? I could probably think of some more for another video sometime. But the news about, you know, the current global situation is really depressing. And although I'm probably going to do an update on it, because the whole point of my daily vlogs was to, or daily videos, I should say at this point, was to document and stay updated on, you know, the situation as it is, I just wanted to have a little fun. So this was fun. I hope you liked it. Please do check out my channel if you had a laugh, because There's nothing else like this on my channel yet, but I'm sure there will be because I have fun making it. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye. Why don't I drink wine anymore?